we'll get started if we can. Let's stand and do the pledge of allegiance. Get on there. Get on up there, my little. Don't fall down on the line. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I thought you was gonna stumble and wobble and bobble there. I was gonna get tickled. Get all that paraphernalia straight.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a moment of silence for invitation. All right. You got a post here, you got people sign up. I got to put on my new glasses. I know I can't read. I don't quit wiping my fingers on anyway to read it all. All right, we got the public comment session and we got plenty to speak. So if we will, Mr. Bumgarner, it's you first.
Turn the speaker on or the mic on.
Hey, can you make sure that mic's on? That's what she's coming to do. She's gonna mash the button. She's the button masher. Cool. All righty.
Good evening, Mayor, board members, and fellow residents. My name is Grant Bumgarner, and I live approximately 200 feet from the proposed warehouse development. I'm asking you tonight to consider not only the rights of the developer, but also the rights of the residents who already live here, who have to live with the consequences of this decision for decades. The Town of Cleveland's Thoroughfare Corridor Overlay District states that its purpose is to maintain and enhance the character and appearance of our community, promote orderly development, and encourage site layouts that reduce visual clutter and poor planning. I respectfully ask the board, how does placing a massive industrial warehouse complex approximately 200 feet from existing homes accomplish those goals? This project is not a small warehouse. It is an industrial complex approaching 1.7 million square feet with multiple buildings, well over 100 loading docks, hundreds of trailer parking spacing, and thousands of vehicle trips every day. The impacts begin long before the first warehouse opens. If approved, residents will face months and likely years of construction activity. Hundreds of acres will be cleared and graded. Heavy equipment will operate daily. Dump trucks, concrete trucks, and construction traffic will travel our roads. Residents will be exposed to noise, dust, vibration, and disruption from dusk till dawn. Has the town required a construction impact study? Has anyone evaluated the effect of years of industrial scale construction on the families living immediately adjacent to this property? Once construction is complete, the impacts do not end, they become permanent. Thousands of vehicles are expected to enter and leave this development every day, including hundreds of diesel trucks. Diesel exhaust contains fine particulate matter and other pollutants linked to respiratory illness, asthma, heart disease, and other health concerns. Has a health impact study been performed to evaluate what living 200 feet from this level of truck traffic means for nearby residents? Has the board reviewed any independent analysis of diesel emission affecting neighboring homes? If such studies exist, residents deserve to see them. If they do not exist, why are we being asked to accept risk without knowing the consequences? The same questions apply to noise. This development includes loading docks, truck courts, trailer storage, backup alarms, air brakes, refrigeration units, and truck traffic that may operate around the clock. Has a noise impact study been conducted? Has anyone determined what noise levels residents will experience during the day, at night, or in the early morning hours? And what about lighting? Modern warehouse facilities require extensive security lighting, parking lot lighting, truck court lighting, and building mounting lighting. Has a light spill analysis been conducted? Has a photometric study been presented showing what nearby homeowners will experience after dark? Will residents be able to enjoy their backyards, or will they be looking at industrial lights every night for the rest of their lives? The answer to these questions matter because once this project is built, there is no going back. The trees that are removed cannot be replaced overnight. The quiet character of this community cannot be restored. The traffic, lights, noise, and industrial activity will become a permanent part of daily life for nearby residents. The town's own ordinance speaks about maintaining and enhancing the character of Cleveland. It speaks about encouraging development that avoids poor site layout. Meeting the minimum requirements of an ordinance does not automatically mean a project is good planning. The question before this board is whether placing a 36-foot industrial warehouse approximately 200 feet from existing homes is truly the best layout available on a site this large. I believe the answer is no. I respectfully ask this board to require an independent studies on construction impacts, diesel emissions, noise, and lighting before approving this project. I ask you to require greater setbacks, larger buffers, and stronger protection for the residents who already live here. Growth should be planned responsibly. Existing homeowners should not be expected to sacrifice their health, quality of life, and property enjoyment so an industrial development can be placed as close as possible to their homes. Please uphold the purpose of the Thoroughfare Corridor Overlay District and protect the citizens who already call Cleveland home. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Aaron. Aaron, not Aaron. Aaron. Either one, it doesn't matter. One could go, then the other may. We'll just do the next Aaron.
Yeah.
That'll be okay. How about
How
that?
you guys doing tonight? I appreciate you having us, and I like the short order of the meeting. I guess this was announced on Thursday. I have some couple issues. The first is a lack of transparency, and I'm kind of talking to you, so I'd like to talk to you. If you have that time here, I don't know what we're writing up there, what we're doing, but the lack of transparency here, I think, is pretty shady at best. I said that's one of the problems I have. And are any of you actually qualified to make these decisions? Are any of you a civil engineer? Ever done anything on this largest scale of industry? No? No, you haven't. So these people all vote you people in. We're not allowed to vote, but we have to put up with what you're deciding. Why is this even a discussion? I mean, why isn't that being developed into something that'd be good for the community, instead of putting a big giant warehouse beside people's property? And then not only that, but has the traffic studies been done? I mean, 3/4 of the truck drivers anymore, they don't speak English. You think they're going to come down 77 and across 70 to get to this place? No, they're going to end up on Amity and Foster, and you're going to have people wrecked and all over the place. So, I mean, why is this even happening? Can anybody answer that? Anybody? What's your opinion?
I can answer any of your questions, but I have to remember that tonight we got 3 minutes apiece to talk, right? And we also have other town business to do. And in doing this, all we're doing tonight is setting a public hearing so we can discuss it.
When will you answer these questions?
Well, we have that public hearing. Right now, it's just comment session. So I'm not trying to blow you off. Please
Where
don't.
are all these impact studies that you're basing decisions off of? Where are they? Are they public?
You see everything at the public hearing.
Oh, we'll
That's
see it then.
That's what we have the public hearing for. Not for this. This is just public comment. And so I'm
Well,
trying to,
I mean,
I
that's-
don't want to be rude, but
That's
I'm
fine.
trying to stick to my
That's fine.
agenda.
I'll be back to the next one.
That's
But
fine.
that's my comments. And I think
Okay.
we really need to look what this community needs, and not of the many and not the few.
Okay. Thank you. Now, let's try again with another Aaron. How about that? We go to the other Aaron.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, and residents. My name is Erin Bumgarner, and I'm here tonight to urge you to really think about this request. With what is being proposed, it's not a small business, a neighborhood development, or a project that can reasonably coexist with nearby homes. This is a 1.7 million square foot industrial warehouse complex proposed only 200 feet from residential property. Let that sink in. A massive industrial operation generating thousands of vehicle trips per day would be placed virtually in the backyards of families who already live here. The applicant's own traffic study estimates approximately 2,400 vehicle trips every weekday, including 823 truck trips. That means hundreds of tractor trailers entering and leaving the site every day. It means diesel emissions. It means all these other things that come along with pollutants in the air. That is not compatible for residential living. The Thoroughfare Corridor Overlay District was established to promote orderly development, protect the quality of life, and ensure compatibility between land uses. It was not created to place one of the largest warehouse developments in the region within 200 feet of existing homes. Yet that is exactly what's being proposed today. What is even more troubling is what has not been provided. Where's the independent noise study? Where's the photometric study? What's the health impact to the surrounding neighbors? What I want to go to next is, this is my concern. It's not theoretical, it is personal. My child has juvenile myoclonic epilepsy, a neurological condition that can be affected by sleep disruption. Yet this board is being asked to approve a project that could bring around-the-clock truck traffic, industrial noise, and significant nighttime lighting within 200 feet of our home without fully evaluating the potential impacts. I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking for the same thing every resident deserves. Responsible decision-making based on facts, studies, and evidence, not assumptions. The burden should not be placed on citizens to prove this project will harm them. The burden should be on the developer to prove it will not. If this board approves the project, the developer will move on to the next opportunity. The families who live here will remain. We will live with the truck traffic, we will live with the noise, we will live with the lighting, and we will live with the consequences. Once the warehouse is built, there is no way to reverse the decision. The board has a responsibility to protect the health, safety, and welfare and quality of its residents. A 1.7 million square foot warehouse located only 200 feet from homes does not meet that standard. This project is simply too large, too intense, and too incompatible with the surrounding residential community. For those reasons, I respectfully ask you to really think about this decision that you're about to make for your community.
Thank you. And Deborah. Or is my face Debbie?
My name is Deborah Edwards, and I live at 1015 Amity Hill Road. And I've shared this land with my family for about 50 years, and I've been proud of the rural nature and landscape, not only of our property, but the surrounding properties as well. Little things have changed down through the years, but nothing to the magnitude of this new proposal will bring. So I did some research, because I'm not, and mine deals mostly with my concern about farming and the animals, and as well as our way of life. I'm concerned with the 1.7 million square foot warehouse complex and the impact it will have on the agricultural community that surrounds it. Many people choose to live in this area because of its rural character, its farms, and the agricultural way of life that has existed here for generations. This project threatens to fundamentally change that character and create serious challenges for farmers and residents who depend on agriculture. One of the biggest concerns is the impact on livestock. Farm animals are sensitive to constant noise, bright lighting, and heavy traffic. A warehouse facility operating around the clock means truck engines, backup alarms, loading dock activity, and high-intensity lighting throughout the night. Cattle, horses, goats, and other livestock can experience stress from continuous disturbances. Stress affects animal health, breeding, weight gain, and overall productivity. Farmers should not have to deal with industrial operations disrupting the care and management of their animals. Traffic is another major concern. Farmers rely on tractors, combines, hay equipment, and other slow-moving machinery to travel the roads between fields. And these roads were built to serve rural residents and agricultural operations, not thousands of daily trips from tractor trailers and delivery vehicles. Increased truck traffic creates safety hazards when farm equipment and must share the road with impatient drivers trying to meet delivery schedules. It becomes more difficult and more dangerous for farmers to move equipment, transport livestock, and conduct routine farming activities. Construction of a project of this size will also bring years of disruption, heavy equipment, road improvements, dust, noise, and construction traffic that all interfere with planting, harvesting, and normal farm operations. Farmers already face enough challenges from weather, fuel costs, and market conditions without having to compete with the massive industrial development in their neighborhood. There are also concerns about diesel exhaust and air quality. Livestock, just like people, are exposed to emissions from trucks. A facility of this scale will generate significant truck traffic, raising questions about long-term impacts on animal health, pasture quality, and the quality of life for nearby residents. This project is not simply another building. It is an industrial complex that will permanently alter the rural landscape and affect the farmers who have invested their lives in this community. Before an approval is granted, there should be thorough studies examining traffic impacts on agricultural operations, livestock impacts, noise, lighting, air quality, and the long-term effects on the neighboring farms. Agriculture has been part of this community long before warehouse proposal arrived. We should not sacrifice our farms, our livestock, and our rural way of life for development that places industrial interests ahead of the residents and the farmers who call this area home. We are affected directly, but all of us will be affected indirectly or maybe directly. Every time you want to go to Food Line, to the dollar store, to Mooresville, to Statesville, you will be affected. Everybody, and people coming into Cleveland, people going out of Cleveland. Freightliner, that's twice a day. This will be more than twice a day. I think I read that maybe Cleveland was downtown, go-kart friendly, not go-kart, golf cart friendly. But we won't even be able to cross our road. And I just ask for consideration. I mean, no special treatment, just like Aaron said, but just consideration in what does the people really want. Many people don't even know this is coming. We didn't know it was coming. And maybe it's too late.
All right. One second here. All right. Thank you, folks. We're gonna move on with our agenda. And what we do now is we'll set that public hearing, and it'll be 30 days from today. Or, I'm assuming that, but you know how that is.
July 13th.
July 13th. There we go. So that's what I need is a motion to.
I'll make a
set
motion,
public-
we set the public hearing for July 13th at
All
our
right.
next meeting.
Okay, it's at 6 o'clock.
Yep.
All right, is there a second?
I second.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. All right, guys, that's when that public hearing will be, so you know what's coming up. And thank you. I mean, I do appreciate you guys coming. It does help. You always have to hear from everybody on both sides.
Will a sign be posted for that meeting?
Yeah.
Like
Were you gonna put it out there where people can see it this time?
on
Yeah.
Amity Hill, like that's how.
Like put a line out there where people come in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do
Out
that.
there in the middle of nowhere?
And
We
maybe try
can do
posting
that.
the right date on your own page and more than 2 days in advance of the meeting.
Yeah, we can make sure we do that. It'll be fine. We'll take care of it, I promise.
It's not funny.
I
There's a lot of
understand.
people in this community that don't believe in the leadership, and that's you.
Thank you. I appreciate your opinions. All right.
Who was laughing?
Never mind. All right. Number 8 is, the bid results for the water tower.
We gotta do a consent agenda.
Well, yeah, let me do the consent agenda first. Sorry, I'm over here looking, I'm moving on two things. Do what?
Any announcement?
No, not other than we have the Dancing on Depot, and that's it. All right, I do need a thing for the consent agenda. if
I'll make a
somebody-
motion, we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. All right, now let me do the bid results. And if anybody took time to read, it was in your agenda package. It is, hard to believe it cost that much to paint a water tower, that's all I can tell you. But that is because of, the paint and stuff that's on there. The other thing is, we gotta figure out where we're gonna get the money from. We have that much money in water, but it will wipe our water stuff out. So, looking at the bids you have, you got 380, 240, you see that one, that's D and M. You have the utility service of 561, and Viking Industrial, 472, 300. And speaking with our engineers, Noah had said that he went back and checked on D and M Painting, they're out of Pennsylvania. They're a quality company, they've done a lot of work in North Carolina. And he went back and checked, and the paint, at first they submitted was Sherwin-Williams. It wasn't the same Timken style they did, but then going back and checking, they went back and changed the paint to what the other paint is we have. So we need to decide if that's what we wanna do and which bid we wanna go with. So let's see, I mean, like I say, he spoke very highly of D and M Painting, and that's a tremendous difference between that and the other. So, I'm open for suggestions.
Well, it'll cost you, what, $3 million to build a new one?
Right. And to tear that one down will cost close to $1 million probably. if we did away with it, but I mean, it's foolish.
You gotta
to-
have something to replace it.
Yeah, we just redid the insides of it not long ago, so the tank, the inside's good. When they do this, this isn't just painting, it's putting a new vent cap on it, changing the railing, doing some other things, so structurally it'll be new.
They will not have to do anything in the inside, correct? Since
Nothing.
we lined it
No.
how many years
everything's just
ago?
Everything's just the outside. So I mean, it's,
I mean, it's a no-brainer, I mean, to
we
me.
have to fix it. We just need to, we'll do this.
We just gotta
and then
figure
come
out
back how to pay for
What's
it.
the difference between the coatings that they were gonna use?
The one, the Sherwin-Williams did not hold up to the same standards in the coating thing. It was whatever the chemical makeup and what they wouldn't warranty it as long as this other company would.
I'm curious to know what they're gonna use though.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I can get you that information. You know, that's your area, not mine. I don't know anything about that part, I promise you. I'll be up there with a spray can, so I'm not that person.
I'll make a motion, we go with DM Painting Corporation
Okay.
for $380.
All right, I'm telling Noah that, and then we'll figure out something about the money and work it. I mean, we can borrow it from ourselves, but if we can borrow the money cheaper from the state, we would be better off financially to borrow from them because our interest rate we would be receiving would be more than what we would pay. Seeing how they're about half the rate, but that's a different conversation. If we have a little more information, now we know that's what we're gonna do. So the motion is to go with D&M Painting for $380,240 to paint a water tower. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion or questions? All those in favor signify by aye. Opposed, like sign. All right, thank you. All right, guys, this is for the sewer plant. As you can see,
Sewer repairs.
yes, and you see the cost on that. It's
Yes.
$24,500.
I mean, it's something that has to be done, and we have
don't
no
a
choice in it.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion, we go with Kemp's proposal for $24,250.
yep. All right, there's the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any other discussion? This is to put the brush back in the plant. All right. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor signify by aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay, number 10 is Duke Street Lights, and it's on here. That's to add some at the bridge, take the ones out of the bridge. The bridge is dark if you go up there at night, and make sure that all the lights are the same color. When we put in the new ones, the color we have is not available anymore. So you've got a different color at going into the park versus what's on Main Street. You see what the cost is, but I would say, this is just me speaking, that we ought to, hold on to this for 30 more days.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to, make sure that they fix the ones that have never worked right before we go into the rest of them, if that's
I'll
okay
make a
with
motion, we table it.
all right, we got a motion to table it. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor signify by aye. Opposed, like sign. All right, you can scroll past all those beautiful pictures of where they need to go. This is for Eddie Carrick. He has done our auditing for years. I don't know how many, but plenty. He gives us the guaranteed certified audit for the state. And you see his proposal here for us. It is 5,500, which is the same as it has been. He hadn't changed any. And then if he has to do some others, you'll see. And this also works with, using Brent Parks. It's not Brent Parks, but it's Alex, the accountant in there. So they do a lot of the heavy lifting. So you see what your total is. Yeah, it's 55, so it comes
Is
out
it
to be.
55 or 95?
It's 55 and then the 2,000, I believe. Did I say that right? Let me go back and look. Total, yeah, it's 55 and then 2,000 if you do it. So you come at 70, 95 at the bottom. Not to exceed that, but it stays around the 5,500 mark, so you can see what you have. But that's if there's anything else in there. The audit fee itself is 5,500.
Well, it's something the state requires us to do, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you have to have a certain.
But, I'll make a motion, we approve the contract with Eddie Carrot.
All right, there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, there's a motion, a second. Any other discussion? And I'll tell you, Eddie's been really good. He's come by and answered the phone 100 times in the last 2 weeks, I'm sure. All right, we have a motion and second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor signify by aye. Opposed, like sign. All right, I need a motion to go to closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session personnel.
All right, folks, I've gotta ask you to step out. We got a personnel issue we have to go over, and I can't have you in here. Thank you, Dave. gonna gather in the parking lot, they're gonna help me train my dog here in a little bit, that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna work towards that. All right, we're back in session, and we are at the commissioner reports, we're gonna go completely backwards, we're gonna go to Jeanette first, so she can tell us, give me some knowledge.
I don't have anything today. I gave it all.
You gave it all away, did you? All right, Sean.
Okay, for the fire department, they had 34 calls for service, 28 medical, total is 63. 312 for the year 2026. For the apparatuses, there's no updates. The equipment, the skid unit for the ATV has been ordered. Continued support on Dancing on Depot. Personnel shift coverage is at 99%. The staffing grant from Rowan County has been secured. And for the station, the budget submitted to the county, town, CFFD contract renewal, and that's about it for the fire. The police department had 70 calls for service. They had 282 traffic stops, which is just amazing. 149 citations, 137 warnings. They served 4 warrants. They achieved 6 arrests and 1 traffic accident.
And it wasn't a Freightliner? That's gonna be the part of the next question we always ask, was it a Freightliner?
It says 0 at Freightliner.
There we go. They're getting better all the time. That just goes along with that traffic study. All right, John.
I don't have anything, but they are stopping a whole lot of cars.
Well, that's down about 60 from last month.
Well, it must be there in Cleveland more, I guess.
I don't know that. I just, that's down a little bit. It was 300 and something
Yeah,
last
Main
time.
Street,
wasn't it?
yeah, I see a whole lot.
It'd
And
be,
the town does look nice,
It
streetlights
does.
and everything, we'll say that.
it'll get there. We're getting there, little by little by little. All right.
That's it.
Travis.
As far as maintenance, honestly, had a pretty good month. Not a lot of issues. They replaced that aerator with the old one. And they've been edging sidewalks and mowing and just, they burned all that mess up behind the Masonic Lodge. Just,
And it didn't smoke up the whole town.
but general maintenance, I mean, stuff that's done nothing special, just keep on knocking away at it.
All right, cool beans. All I have is, we have a public hearing coming in July. Make sure that you, take the time to read everything comes in with that. It'll be good. So that's all I have. Any, and we go to new and unfinished business. Has anybody got anything other than me? All right, Sean's out of town. Does anybody know when John's gonna get back?
I don't.
Got any idea? So if we do a budget workshop Thursday night, can
I
everybody
can
be
make
there?
that.
And if we have to do the other one, cause we'll have the budget and all that, we have spent hours upon hours upon hours with our accountant going through. Well, it's all straightened up, that's all we're gonna say. Everything's good and numbers are good and
Up to
and
date.
what we have there, yeah, everything's up to date. Reports are turned in that were not turned in. All of that is cleaned up. So, that being said, if everybody, can everybody do that Thursday night? You going out of town Friday,
Thursday, what time?
whatever time you can get here, Princess.
You said Thursday, what time?
How about, what time y'all?
6 p.m. works for me.
You wanna do 6:30? Is that fair enough?
3 a.m.
It's whatever y'all wanna do. I don't care.
6:30, okay? I mean, they don't, the only person that has to be here is Chris, or we can do it at 6. I don't know, you the one that has to get here.
Well, I can be here at 6.
Well, why
Okay,
don't we do
let's just do
6?
6.
Let's
Yeah,
do
let's do
6, that
6.
keeps us steady, all right,
Now, what's that date?
Thursday,
Thursday,
I know, but the June
day,
what?
2 days from now.
June the 10th.
June 10th,
Nope, it's the
That's
11th.
what I was thinking.
June 11th.
Well, if you knew that, then why'd you ask me? You knew good well,
Well,
I
he said
can't
it was
count.
2 days, that's what got me
I'm
thinking.
guessing. All right, so we'll do
It's a
that.
dinner meeting, right?
Do what?
It's a dinner meeting.
Yeah, we'll call it a dinner meeting. We're gonna have.
And what time, 6:30?
Yes,
Six.
Epic
Six.
Chop House
It's
is
6.
catering, so
Six.
if you're not here, you're on your
Six.
own.
6 p.m.
All right,
June 11th at 6 p.m.
yes. Is everybody good there?
Yep.
All right, I'll try to make sure, we'll just lay everything out and just look at it when it gets in here. We go through it line by line if we need to. We did change the format just a little bit because we found out that our great accounting software will do it for us if we wiggle that format just a little bit. So it'll be the same thing as we had before. It's just gonna look a little different. It's on our letterhead stuff, so that's all we have there. Now, I need that most important one. You got something else? Well, we need to do the maintenance thing. Thank you.
I make a motion, we'll go ahead and advertise the job, the maintenance job that is vacated. And start that out at $20 an hour. And on the underneath side, depending on experience. And then I'll do that other motion with the job description.
Okay. There's the motion is to advertise the job that,
I second it.
we have open. All right, we got a motion, a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. All right.
All right. I make a motion, we adopt the new maintenance worker job description with the, pretty much just cleaning the description up a little bit. There's 4 changes to it, and y'all have read those, so I'll put that in form of motion to adopt the.
I second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. All right, look on your back here. I laid this stuff out. I want you to do something before we go out of here. I want you to look at this first page, and I just ran across it Monday. You see these 10 companies that paid 24% of the tax. And I'll tell you when this was when we get done, because I just happened to find it in there. How many of these companies are still in Rowan County?
This has gotta be 1974.
Where'd you get that?
Because he read the 74 valuation, but that's not
Oh,
it. That's not when it was, but that was an astute observation.
Yes.
I don't know if that gas and pipeline, is that still,
No.
but I know Duke Power is.
That's the only one that's left. This is from bicentennial issue of the newspaper. We have an original copy of the newspaper here.
Is that 1974?
The 76.
Oh,
The
okay.
74 valuation.
Okay, I was 3.
But that's exactly what that is. And look, and this is not all gloom and doom, it's just to make us, if you look at what we got, just some of the things we got going on, so we pay attention where we're at. So you got a little bit of background as to where we are before we go in here to the tax thing. And it's just some things we wrote down. There's other good things too, though. I mean, don't think that. I'll give you the gloom and doom, and we can work the good out when we get in there. All right, now can I have that most important?
So
motion?
moved.
Thank you.
Second.
That's it. We're adjourned. I got to go trim a dog.